in a while. It's been busy and no excuse on my part. So anyway, wanted to show I've got one of the motors here. I've actually got three of them in here. So and I got another one that's not far behind. Anyway, wanted to post this up, kind of show you guys what I do on these blocks and all that stuff. And we are representing a design and performance tuning today. Andrew Arthur out of Green Acres, Washington. Great guy. Does some really good tuning. Obviously there's a bunch of other guys, but Andrew's really done me well and treated me very good all these years. So anyway, I will show you kind of what I am doing today and kind of give a little bit of a rundown on what I got going on. And like I say, I'm gonna put the crank in it, put the rods, pistons, all that good fun stuff in this 7.3, about a 500 to 600 horsepower build. So nothing too crazy, but compared to a couple other ones I got in here that are being quite a bit more. But anyway, let me show y'all. Well, there we got, basically, we run a HX bearing, 1633, well, it's actually a 2034 HX bearing for the mains. So, and then a lot of folks don't like to say, but I use Durabond bearings, IN17 part number, and we coat those. We have an option to coat those and put those in motors that we can get for customers and stuff like that. So anyway, I've already checked all the bearing tolerances on this. I'm 2.5 to 3, 2.5, 3, basically on a little bit on the heavier side of 2.5 on the mains, bearing clearances and stuff. Got our piston sprayers in there, and obviously they're welded. So we're going to drop the crank in this one and start getting it ready. And basically got all the oil galleys plugged. And on the back of these things, like I say, a lot of guys, they call it a delete, but I drill and tap for holes for those plugs. That way, then there's no press plug, push plug, or anything like that in these 7.3s. They don't fall out. They don't cause all of the crazy stuff. And I had some good or bad. Some say it's penum. Some you don't have a problem with it. That right there, and it's a tapered plug that I use in there, so it's not a flat plug. It'll still let oil flow through the oil galley on the oil galleys for the valve, or excuse me, not the valves, but the lifters, and then it also feeds one of the turbos, turbo feed lines. So anyway, this block turned out really good. Got it all, like I say, in a lot of my prepping process, deburr a lot of stuff, make it look a lot prettier, take all the stress risers out of it, kind of go inside here, get all the casting out of it, kind of can see in there, but yeah, she turned out really good. I'm gonna wipe it all down. It's been a little bit dirty. I've been busy as all get out, so. But anyway, yeah, just wanted to let everybody know. We have basically been working on camshafts, and a lot of folks, there's a lot of camshafts been out here for decades. So got some new stuff coming up, and this motor that I just showed you is getting one of those camshafts. And they're going to be like a 1.0, 1.5, 2.0, maybe it's 2.5, maybe. I haven't decided how I'm going to do that. So working with some other friends, owns the shops, and been kind of looking forward to this because this cam stuff has been around for 30, 40 years. Well, obviously about 30 years because these motors have been out since 94, and here we are in 2025. And it's just everybody's copied everything. So we got some new profiles coming. Very happy about it. Going to be cost effective too. Very good possibility that it's not going to be, depending on how big a cam you go and how small a cam you go, it depends on the price. So I know the guys have made some changes. There's other guys out there that have been in the industry who's changed some changes, but I've finally got something that is pretty darn cool. It is not some makeup stuff, whatever you want to call it, but I'm pretty darn happy about it. And it's going to be a difference. A lot of the combinations for the pistons in regards to these camshafts, they will not have to need to have valve pockets. So anybody that's telling you that, you know, we've checked this stuff, a lot of it was in the valve timing, you know, et cetera, it's not going to be that way. Be able to save some money on not having to do valve pockets. So if somebody's charging you valve pockets and delipping and you don't need them, you know, there's a savings there. So I know that everybody's got to make money, but I look at it this way. You know, you don't need to take people or consumers or customers money for no reason when we can take the money and put it in something else. But hey, what do I know? Don't know nothing. Been doing this long enough now that kind of gotten to the point where, hey, you know, everybody else do what you got to do. The way I build my stuff, the way I take care of it, the way I tell people how I build it, I give them information that they need to know. If they don't like it, I can always tell you, hey, I'm so busy, you can take your stuff somewhere else. It's all good with me. But I have no problem helping folks out, trying to make their stuff nice. Obviously, mostly 7.3. I've got a 6.7 power stroke over there I got to put together. A lot of it was just a design flaw from the manufacturer. We've done some upgrades on it to try to make it to where it's not going to be a failure. But here, I'm chattering on. I just wanted to do actually a live video. This is my first live video, so if you believe that. Yeah, I've been having to do all the little 3-minute, 15-minute, whatever deal. And obviously YouTube thinks I'm somebody now, or at least better than I was. So anyway, don't forget, like and subscribe. Love to have you guys on here. I try to do some more content. I'll try to do my weekly thing. I had one of my customers, Jacob, he's been grilling me. He's like, man, I was waiting for my YouTube, my EcoDiesel YouTube video. And I'm like, my weekly one. I'm like, man, you're demanding. So anyway, I love everybody. I love all my fans, all the subscribers, man. I really do appreciate it. It helps me out a bunch. It helps me to educate people. It helps people to tell, hey, man, don't need to get ripped off by some of these guys. Hey, everybody's got to make a living, but hey, we're in America now, as we would say. There's a lot of crazy, crazy stuff going on, but very busy, very thankful, very blessed. But I won't